Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How is everybody doing today? I'm live. I can't believe it. It's been a while. Seriously, it has been a while. So, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about, you know, relocating in 2024 and visa sponsorship if you are in the UK, or perhaps you are back in your home country and you want to come into the UK or maybe even Canada or US through visa sponsorship. Now, I'm wondering, I just want anybody out there to know that you can ask questions today. I just want to spend some time with you because this year has been amazing. You see me, I'm smiling chin to chin. Yeah, it's been an amazing year. I'm so grateful for everybody who has supported me. You've supported me one way or the other. I really, really appreciate your support and love. And because I'm using this Premiere for the first time, I'm going to try my best to, try and check out, because I'm going to be going live both on Facebook and at the same time on YouTube. Yes, I am just trying to go on multiple platforms at the same time because I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. So, like I said, today is going to be an amazing day, because I'm going to be talking to you guys about relocating in 2024. I know many times we have these plans. Oh my goodness, I have a plan that by my new year resolution I'm going to make some changes and help my family to move forward. I'm going to relocate. But what does it take to relocate? Now I'm going to be giving you the basis. I've shared a lot of things about this on my platform, but I'm going to be sharing the basis for relocation. If you can hear me, let me know. Just let me know. Send me a chat or something. Let me know what I can hear because this is my first time like trying to use multiple platforms at the same time. And if you can hear me, that will be amazing. If you can hear me, let me check out the comments. Yes, 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 yes. So, like I said, just say yes. If you can hear me, just send me a chat or send me something. Let me see what I can read. Anything here. So, like I said, I'm going to be talking about relocation. Now, if you have plans to relocate, if you've noticed, like, there has been changes, a lot of immigration changes, especially in the UK. I don't know. It's just a lot of. You wake up tomorrow morning, you hear another thing. That's why it's always good to plan accordingly. Now, I'm going to give you just a brief um info about what has happened today this year and how it's going to affect your relocation next year. Now, in summary, from January 2024, students are not allowed to bring their dependents into the UK. And from spring of 2024, which we don't know the date, spring is from 21st of March, April, May. So we don't know the exact dates. From that time, they wouldn't allow care workers to bring their dependents into the UK. So if you have the code 6145, oh, there's a thumbs up. It means someone can hear me. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for doing that. I truly appreciate. So if you are from spring of 2024, care workers will not be allowed to bring their dependents into the UK from spring. Now, it's if you have the code 61. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you, Elom. So it's if you have the code 6145 or senior carer 6146. And what does that mean? It means that if you still have plans to come into the UK, please do so. Just go and hang on. I have shared a lot of information about care workers here, what they need. I know it's hard. I agree that it's hard, but it's not impossible because people are still coming in. Unfortunately, I can't come on this on social media to share with you some confidential information because many of my clients and people I know that have come in, they've told me they don't want anybody to know they're in. It's just a normal thing. And I respect that. I totally respect that because the journey is tough. So they just want to settle before they start, announcing. You see many people on social media, it's still their Nigerian picture you see, or their Indian picture, as in like the picture when they took back in their home country. They don't want people to know that they have relocated, because they're just trying to find their way. They don't need the weight of other things, which I totally understand. I would have loved to interview many people on this place, on this platform, so that you can know that, yes, people, this is their journey. But when they give me their journey, I come on my social media to explain to you that it has worked for people who use this same technique. Now, when it comes to relocation, there are some things you need to understand, and you need to organize your document. Number one, finances is very important. So if you are in uni or anywhere, just gather all your documents. If you are in your final year or whatever, just make sure you collect your transcripts. You might say, oh, I don't care about Japa. I don't want to travel out. I'm not in the mood for it. I don't have the money. You don't know how important it is for you. Some people, after 5 years, when they want to travel out, nobody listens to them, as in they're struggling to get their transcript. The cost of getting your transcript becomes more expensive. Many things are happening. So that's why I said, please, please, and please, to make it easier for you, even when you don't think you want to japa, just get your transcripts, collect your certificate, collect your statements of results, collect your any other thing, your WAEC certificate. See, WAEC can make mistakes. Seriously, they have done that to someone I know. I don't want to call the person's name. Wrote the wrong birth date of birth. Fortunately for the person was born abroad, so it's not going to be a problem for him. Imagine if they do the same thing to you. That's why it's best for you to get your certificates as soon as possible, once you can. Now, when you've gathered all that, then you decide, based on the skills, qualifications, expertise I have, what is the best option for me to travel out, if it's my passion to travel out. The reason why many of us travel out is because things are not the same as it used to be. I know before, when I was living back in Nigeria, there was a time when we didn't need to lock our doors with keys. You just walk in, walk out. You are safe. You feel so safe and relaxed about anything. But it's not the same anymore. And maybe the system is not as conducive as it is. And we have kids, or maybe you want to have kids in future, and it's not the ideal situation you want for your kids. You want to give your kids the best. I think kids are the main reason why many people want to travel out, because they want the best education. You want them to be innovators. Not every time there's a new type of TVs, flat screen, your country does not produce it, you just go and buy. It costs a lot of money. So that's the reason why people travel out. People travel out not because they are not making money back in their home country. A lot of people make a lot of money in their home country, but there is this sense of security when you don't need to lock your door and you still feel safe. Nobody's fence is barbed wired or anything. You can't cross over it, but nobody cares about that. There are so many reasons why people travel out. Healthcare too. You want to get the best healthcare. And no matter the country you live in, if your government is not providing the best option for you, I think it's best you just leave. That's the thing. If you do your calculation when you get old, because when we are young like this and we don't have these cataracts, dementia, hypertension, all these things eroding our body, you can work as much as possible. It means you should be saving towards your retirement. But when you cannot even take care of yourself, you cannot feed yourself, not talk of save towards your retirement, that is when the problem is. Please, I would like you to ask me questions now I'm here, because it's an opportunity for me to explain things clearly. The reason why I started my YouTube channel is because I was always talking to people on the phone. And remember, if I finish talking to that first person, another person will ask me the same question. I will answer the person again, the same information. And it's just enclosed. Some of them used the information and they traveled. By others didn't use it. They didn't, maybe things I understand how it is. You're thinking of buying fuel for a generator because there's no electricity. You need to feed your child. Before you know it, all the things I'm saying doesn't make sense to you. Like, let me prioritize this one first. And that is how you keep spending time. Your time is just going. Before you know it, when you say, okay, I'm ready. I've saved up to 1 million or 2 million. Okay, I want to travel. And then you now notice that the goalpost has moved further. And that is the problem. And another thing is age affects you. Apart from age, how much the prices of visa keeps going up, so many things keep going up and it affects you. So relocating in 2024, it's still possible. Sorry. Sorry. If you want to travel into the UK as a care worker before spring, you can still do it. It's just that we're not used to sending in 500 applications in a month. That's structuring yourself like, okay, it's just an email that you need to send. To be sincere, most of them, you need an email to send it. I've told you, if you don't have money, like me, I didn't have money when I came into this country. Everything was paid for. It's your skills, your qualifications, what you have to offer, and someone be able to sponsor you based on what you are going to give them. If you keep thinking of how am I going to benefit them, as in are they going to benefit me only, you won't be able to travel out. You won't understand all the information that you need. And to be sincere with you, right now, there's so much information. When I wanted to travel, there was not this amount of information. Even social media, we were using it for, hello, what's up, you're looking cute, that's all. Baby girl, you're a guy, you're a nice person, that's all we were using social media for. We were just like, most of us were single, we're just having fun. Oh, social media, see, she's looking fine, see her shoes. Now social media, you can use it to get the latest information on Japa, what you need to do. You just need to bring out your time and spend time on YouTube. Gather all the information. Have a Japa book. I don't know what I told people. I had a Japa book before I traveled out. I still have it here in my house. It is where I wrote down the universities I wanted to go, what based on my skills. The universities, their requirements, the process of elimination. Okay, these are some of the things this university wants. I don't think I would meet up to it. These are the things this university wants. I don't think I'll meet up. These are the ones. You need a Japa book to travel. Let me tell you the truth. Imagine when you attended the university, as in your uni, your undergrad, imagine if there was no exam, there was no deadline, there was no test. You will not push yourself. Imagine if you were being taught and you don't need to write anything down. You will not push yourself. You will not be serious, because you wake up in the morning, I don't feel like. Seriously, when you find out that the lecturer said, if you don't have this, the consequences are you will not pass and you will not achieve this, you will not achieve, and you see other people doing it, then you do it. And that's the reason why I say when it comes to Japa, you need a community. If you can remove there's so many distractions now here now with reels, shorts that don't, even myself, if I'm not careful, I get addicted to it. Do not allow me to move forward in my life. If you calculate the amount of hours you spend on social media this year, data, the amount of money spent on data, make sure your data and your time is structured and is narrowed to something that will be of great benefit to you. If not, it is sucking the life of most of us right now. When you spend your video, and those things are very fun, people dancing, singing, doing this, it's entertainment, but you're not meant to be entertaining yourself for a long time, for 2 hours in a day. Some people 3 hours on social media, but nothing. You have not learned anything in there. That is why I attend University of YouTube University. I benefit a lot from YouTube. I learn a lot of things, and there's a lot of things I've learned, skills I've learned this year, and now continue to learn more next year. I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. That's where I talk about how you can progress in life, so that you'll not still be at the same stage you are. as so that you move forward with your life. I have so much energy. This is my passion. My passion is to encourage people. I've been doing it for friends and family, but now I'm like, okay, I don't care anymore. I'm coming into the world to do it. And that's why I started my YouTube this year. I'm so happy that I achieved the milestone of 1,000 subscribers. That's why many people say all the things people say, oh, they'll tell you all sorts of things. You will not move forward. People don't like things like this. Nobody likes, you need to put eyelashes. You need to make up in a certain way. You need to put some wigs, stuff like that. I've heard a lot of things this year, and I'm like, I'll keep firing on. And you guys have been supportive. You have told me that those are not what is important. Deliver value. And so that's the reason why I'm talking about it. Now, I'm also talking about, I'm going to talk about visa sponsorship, how you can get visa sponsorship. If you Google register of licensed sponsors for the UK, for Canada is LMIA. So for every country, they have a list. So this is the foundation. The foundation is that there are companies that are given license to sponsor foreigners, you understand, into the UK, US, Canada, and all these places. So those companies apply to the government that they want to have the license to sponsor foreigners. So when the company has that license, you cannot apply for a job. And these jobs are everywhere. Seriously, they are everywhere. And the list of companies that have the license to sponsor you, they are everywhere. They're on Facebook. Sorry, not Facebook. Sorry, they're on the government website on UK. What did I say? Facebook on the government website. Yeah, government websites I'm talking about UK government website. Just Google register of licensed sponsors for UK, and then for Canada, Google LMIA list for Canada. Now, when you do that, what is going to happen is that you're going to see a list of companies. What you can do is you can sieve these companies. Like, oh, look at them and say, okay, this looks like something that I will be able to get employees. Like, this company sounds like a company that is interested in my line of career, in what skills I have. That is one option. That's one way you can do it. Whether you are in the UK or in Canada, or you are as in your home country, be it in Africa or Asia, this is just one way you can go about it. Another way you can go about it is that, because these companies, let me add one more thing. If you put the company in Google, you just take the company. If you can use Facebook, you can use anything, you can use Google. Google is your friend, your best friend. You take the name of that company. When you get that list, take one of the companies, put it on Google, search, go to the company's website. You'll see the name of the company there. Then go under careers option. Sometimes they call it job opportunities, call it career. They'll tell you, they call it different names, jobs, career or something. Then you will see some of them advertise the list of people that they need, list of job opportunities that they have to offer, or positions, or jobs that they need, as in something like the people that they need. Then you can apply straight directly through the company's email address. That is just one way to go about it. Hello, everybody who is there. Do you know, I don't know how to. Oh my goodness. Okay, if you are listening, if you can hear me, just send chat. So I'll know that you can hear me and I'm not talking to myself. And that's hello. Do you know, another thing is I'm not allowed to post on Facebook. Oh my goodness, this is so challenging. So when you put that, if you can hear me, just send me hello, I can hear you, right on, something like that. So I know that I'm not talking to myself, because I really want to deliver value now. There are opportunities for people to talk to me on phone, but sometimes I don't have the time and I can't keep talking to people on phone. That's why I created those videos. So that's one option. When you go through that list, the LMIA list, or the register of licensed sponsors list, and you go through the company, each of those companies. Another option you can explore is to use job sites. Now, there are many advertisements. If you go through to Indeed, Adzuna, CV Library, monster.co.uk, don't be scared of all these things. Just go to Google. Type in Indeed, Indeed. I can post a video. I wish I can put a video here of where I explained some of these steps. You go and search for, companies. You just check those job sites and then screen for your career or your path, as in the job you are looking for. You put it in there, you see hundreds, sometimes thousands for some jobs, some hundreds of jobs. Like, let me make a list those job sites again: Indeed, LinkedIn, Adzuna, CV Library, Read, that's REED, jobs.ac.uk for those of you that are in academics or you're passionate about pursuing a postdoctoral position or maybe PhD or stuff like that. That's one thing you can do. And if you want to pursue a PhD, go to findaphd.com. You would see opportunities there. Then there are also total jobs. Total jobs. They give really good jobs. Then the next thing you're going to do is apply. Look for one of the jobs. But before you apply for a job, check that name and search for that name on Excel. That's the list of register of the list. That's the register of licensed sponsors list. You check whether that name is there. The problem I'm having for many people is that they are applying for jobs to companies that don't have the license to sponsor them. The same thing with Canada. You have to make sure that the company has LMIA sponsorship. They have that license. Without that license, do not apply. You're wasting your time attending interviews upon interview. Then you reach the final stage of the interview and they tell you, oh, sorry. Oh, you need visa sponsorship. Oh, I'm so sorry. We don't offer visa sponsorship. That is the problem people are having. And people keep making that same mistake over and over again. And if you want to change it for 2024 to be more efficient in your application, that is what you're going to do. So that is another option you can explore. I also gave a list of more than 200, maybe 200 care home emails. So easy to send an email, if you want to pursue a care job in 2024. Very, very easy. So easy to send an email. All you have to do is just prepare your CV, tailor your CV. I have shown you guys prepared samples of CV. I even shared a CV live on one of my videos. But at the same time, I now said, okay, if you don't want to, you just want to download it so that you can edit it and know the style of writing it so that it's up to the UK or Canada standard or US standard. I created a CV, which I showed you that even if you have taken care of a family, your father, your mom, or your grandpa or grandma, that could add to your CV and qualify as work experience. I shared it. Seriously, I've not held any information away from anybody on my YouTube channel. I share everything. I pour all my ideas there so that everybody will move forward. Because all these things become tighter and tighter and tighter, and I feel like the best time to prepare to JAPA is now. If you missed it last year, it is now, because it will get worse. Visa fees don't come down, they go up. Proof of fund does not come down, it goes up. Some things don't need proof of fund. Like me, I did not need proof of fund in my own time, and which involves scholarships. I've also shared how to get scholarship opportunities here. I've never held anything behind from anybody. You can get scholarship and get sponsored, even visa sponsorship. There are some companies, if you have the right skill, because there is a huge skills shortage in the UK, in Canada, and in the US. Not that there are no people, it's just that some indigenes don't want to do that job, or there are different options. Either the indigenes, for example, care jobs, indigenes don't want to do the job. Maybe they feel the pay is poor, or it's not really good, or the job is not to their taste. And there's another reason why people, there is shortage, is when there is this evolving, demand of people's needs or products and services in the area of IT. computer science, stuff like that. And also another aspect is the hospitality business. Waiters, there are some this thing closing up because they can't find someone that will be waiters, some jobs. So what I'm saying is that when there's this skills shortage, the government puts the list of those shortages on the shortage occupations list, which they're about to change now. They're about to change the name of that list, as in, I don't know what, I've forgotten the name the government wants to give it, but once they change the name, what is going to happen is that it doesn't make much difference. But they're proposing by spring of 2024, they want to increase the salary threshold to 38,700. And to be sincere, if you are under the health and care visa route, you will not be affected by that. If you are a teacher, you will not be affected by that. They've announced that teachers are not going to be affected by that. So it means that if you have plans to come into the UK as a teacher and you've started your journey, QTS journey, you don't need to sweat it. You don't have to be afraid. It's still the 20,600. That's the pay scale that is going to be used to judge your situation. Now, for Canada operates a different type of system, which anybody can explore. When it comes to Canada, you can get a visa sponsorship. It will just add to your score on the CRS2. Now, I shared on my YouTube channel how I use the CRS2 to analyze my own situation. And I said my score wasn't so good because of age. And what I said was, please, 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 young people in your 20s, in your 30s, early 30s, please use the CRS2 and analyze it. It doesn't cost anything, and just follow the steps I followed. Very, very easy and simple to do. Use the CRS2 and analyze it. Nobody can do things for you anymore. Seriously. Everybody's thinking about their own lives. Nobody is going to do this thing for you. Use it to analyze your own. Mine was not good. So what I'm doing is I'm thinking of how best to boost my score, and this is the last year for me. If I don't make it, it's going to be over for me. But I'm like, it doesn't work out for me for Canada, it has to work out for someone out here. Please, even if you don't have the money, just go and analyze it so that you can see, okay, what do I need to bring? Like I said, you need your JAPA book. The JAPA book I used for UK, I still have it here. You need to have your own. That is how you plan. If you're planning to JAPA without writing things down, you are not this thing. You will surely miss things. You will surely miss something that is very vital. You have to set targets for everything you want to achieve. And you have to be a bit skint. What I mean by skint is you have to cut down on some things, some ashebi, it's fun to join everybody. You feel somehow if you don't wear the ashebi with other people, you just have to cut down on it. As in, what I mean by ashebi, if you're a non-Nigerian, is maybe you want to sew a cloth and attend the wedding so that you be along. Wear the old one. It's not the end of the world. You save that money and use it to pay for your IELTS. So, I hope somebody is out there listening to me. I'm just dishing out some things that are very important so that in the year 2024, we won't be at the same stage. You can actually climb that ladder. There are so many jobs. That's why you need to use in Canada, it is NOC. That's the National Occupation Code. To check what your code is, you put in your profession. Very easy. Just go and Google NOC and put in that one there and check it out. Now, if it is for the UK, it is called the ONS tool, Office National Statistics. So use that tool to put in your career and enter and then check it out. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you some opportunities, graduate entry. Now, if you are already in the UK as a student, there are some opportunities, graduate entry opportunities you should explore, and some of them are about to expire. And using this style, this information, you can try and get more, as in check other companies that are offering graduate this entry. I shared 25 student jobs, but remember, that's 25 student jobs I shared on my channel. That video is not to serve as a distraction. It's just for you to start so that you can be able to pay off deals while you are trying to, because it takes a while to get these like proper professional job. I've hardly seen anybody that got an internship during their masters and they end up struggling and they couldn't get a visa sponsorship after their masters. I'm yet to see. I'm not saying they don't exist, but I'm yet to see. What I mean is that care jobs, factory jobs, warehouse jobs, delivery jobs, those jobs might not be able to help you land your main job after your masters. Employers in the UK are more after skills, not just qualification that you made a merit in your masters. They're after skills, what you have to offer, what you have to bring to the table. So let me just share with you some of these things. I wrote them down so that you can explore them. That is what I'm after. So the first one is, the first job is, well, let me bring it out. Sorry. Because I really want you to excel. I want you to move forward. That's why I'm just sharing this here. Okay. AON Limited. So they have a graduate program. You can check it out. Also, Goldman Sachs New Analyst Program. These are mostly for people in management, finance, IT. Most of these jobs are for people like that. You can explore them. Don't be discouraged by the name you see that job is. Look at the content of that job. See how you can tailor your CV to match that job. On that job, I'm going to explain is Shell Graduate Program. Go and check it out. I'm praying. Most of these programs, their deadline is about to come close, as in very close. Please, just hurry and fill this up, Then we have BP Paribas. BNP Paribas is something you need to explore. We have Alpha FMC Assets and Wealth Management. Just try and check it out. Network Rail Graduate Scheme 2024. We have, I think, British Airways. I don't know whether it's closed now, but just try and check it out. Whether British Airways graduate, and even if you miss this year, you can try the next year. And there's Keyence, so KEYENCE Business Development Graduate. Now, just like I announced this ones, there are many other companies that have graduate programs. So once you start your masters, the first thing you should do is, while you get these basic jobs I announced on 25th of this, because some of them, they involve an interview, then you write and this thing, you write a small, some of them you do small aptitude tests, they give you an interview for it. So it takes a while. It might take 2 months or so to get that job. So that's why I said you can start with those ones, the one that can keep body and soul together. You're trying to pay your school fees, trying to put heating in your house and stuff like that. Then while we work towards this type of jobs, these jobs are graduate entry jobs that you can explore. And the truth is that some of these graduate entry jobs can translate into full-time sponsorship after you must have completed it. Sorry, I have a cough. So another thing I want to say is this. Please, and please, just realize that these jobs, there are some jobs that will just translate to sponsorship if, I said that one. Sorry. Sorry, I have a cough, but I said I must have this video because it's going to help one person out there. That's why I said, if you are still watching, just type something in the comments. I'm not allowed to comment on Facebook, but it's just one of those things. Just send me a heart, a love if you are still watching. So I know I'm not talking to myself. If you have any question, this is the opportunity for me to address your question properly and say, as in, explain it properly so that you have more clarity on this. For me, I've not struggled with getting any job in the UK. That's just my life. And because of that, that grace, I know what I need to do. I know that my CV has to be optimized. I am very good at doing that. And that is the reason why I've always been preaching it, because I know the system, I know how it works. I've been customizing CVs for people this year, you know, yeah. And people have been getting their jobs this year. And I'm so happy that I was able to apply the skill. And when I noticed that people couldn't use it, as in like couldn't as in do it themselves, and maybe you cannot afford it and you can't be sending your CV to me all the time, what I did was I shared on my channel how you can optimize your CV. I also shared AI tools you can use on my channel on how, because the truth is that that's what they call an ATS system, is applicant tracking system. This software is even free for some organizations all over the world. It's mainly more than 95% of companies in the UK use it. So what does that mean? It means that if when they want somebody, for example, maybe say they want a microbiologist, what they do is they prepare, like, they put in the details, keywords of the things that they want to see in your CV. And when and because all these applications are public, it's just open for everybody. Someone in Poland, someone in Malaysia, someone in China. So thousands of people apply for the same job all over the world. Even people that don't have the qualifications, they do it as if it's trying my luck. They just have high school certificate or secondary school certificate. They just apply. Oh, let's just test the system. So they don't have time to read through everybody's application. And because of that, what this computer system does is it scans the work, it scans everybody's CV and cover letter, and ranks everybody. If you have 80% of the keywords that they are looking for, your CV will go up. So there are some people that their CV, as in, will be 60%. The CV will not cross over to the next stage where the recruiting manager would see the CV. That is what happens. So that is why when you are preparing your CV, you have to make sure you look at the job description, JD, the job description, and match it. Make sure the keywords in that job description reflects on your CV. Make sure the name of that role in that company, reflects. So if they're looking for a business analyst, even if you have not been a business analyst before, you should look for a way to incorporate that name, because number one thing that they look for whenever they're applying for a job is that they put the name of the job. That's one of the keywords they're looking for. Is if they are looking for an administration officer or administrative officer, they make sure that that position, the name of that role, applies or appears on your CV and cover letter. If not, they will rank you and you'll be at the bottom. So one of the things I always encourage people to do, someone sent me a message yesterday and said he's been struggling, he's been applying for jobs, but he's been going for interviews, but he has not been able to pass through the interview. I had to tell him the reasons why he's not passing through the interview. Number one, it could be your interview skills are not top notch. One of the things you need to understand is that if they ask you a scenario-based thing in an interview, you have to use the STAR technique, STAR technique, to respond. Please go and read it up. Go and find out. If you don't use it, in fact, one interview that I attended that I did not go through, though it was a volunteer job or something like that. It wasn't really serious like that. But it's because I did not use the STAR technique to respond to them. Immediately I learned, and they wrote back to me and explained to me why they didn't take me, because I did not use the STAR technique to respond to one of their questions. I had to go and repackage myself. That's how I was able to scale through in other job opportunities I applied for. So why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because I want you to excel. I want you to know that the system in the UK is quite different from your home country. In my home country, you might need connection. But unfortunately, for many of us here, we don't have that connection. And even if you have connection, everything in the UK is based on merits. Everything. So what it means is that even if you are the son of the Ogas, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to say something. You have to apply. You have to submit an application. And when you submit that application, it it gets ranked just like every other person. And if you don't meet up, you will not go through. So you have to understand how visa sponsorship works in the UK. You have to understand the immigration system. Apart from immigration system, you need to understand the way uh, things work, as in how they get jobs here. Now, back in your home country, maybe you need just a few jobs. I know that a lot of people struggle to get jobs too back in your home country, but here, these jobs are all online, and the law says you must advertise a job if, as in, if you must advertise a job before you employ the person, at least for a month. So that is one thing you need to consider. So, like I said, your CV has to be top notch. Your cover letter has to be very fantastic. You have to explore, you know, making sure you submit the right application. Grammatical errors are not there. If you want to contact me for CV optimization, you can contact me so I can see how I can be of help to you. Because if the keywords, if you're not getting interview, if you apply for 100 jobs and you don't get one interview, it means there's something wrong with your CV and cover letter. You need to work on it. If you're applying for many jobs, you have applied for many jobs and you're getting many interviews, but you're not getting any job, it means you need to work on your interview, or you need to work on how you apply for the job. Maybe the jobs you're applying to, as in you're applying to companies that don't have the license to sponsor you. And another thing is, if you want to migrate to the US, there are so many scholarship opportunities. If you're a master's student here, if you're in sciences, people are willing to pay you to do innovative research. And what does it take? It's very simple. You just have to submit an application. There's so many scholarships. The challenges with scholarship is that if they say the visa, as in the entry level for the scholarship, is free, the application fee is free or is being waived, a lot of people apply for that scholarship. So there's high competition for the scholarship. But if they say you have to pay some money, there are not as many people for the scholarship. So you have to weigh the option. Maybe you don't have the 60, 80, £100 dollars they're asking for, but make sure your personal statement and or statement of purpose is top notch. Make sure your CV is speak as in fantastic. Make sure you write all those aces and the grammatical errors are removed. And make sure you submit your scholarship ahead of time. I told you guys I never hid how I got my scholarship. For my scholarship, the deadline was going to be in March. The scholarship opened in December. I submitted first week of January. That is how you ensure that you are the first person that is being selected. 2024 is around the corner. You can still use this. Prepare everything you need. Personal statement, speak and span. Don't wait till the last minute. Cover letter. Upgrade your LinkedIn. Send messages, code DMs to professors. These professors will call you in and say, okay, I'm interested in your work. I've seen your work and okay, come and join my team, but you have to apply for scholarship, for admission. You can apply for admission. Sometimes the admission comes with a scholarship application. So you can combine both of them together. Sometimes you get an admission and then later on you now have to look for a scholarship. I've shared so many scholarship opportunities with you. Commonwealth. In the UK, the one I used was the VC Scholarship for Research Excellence. That's the Vice Chancellor's Scholarship for Research Excellence. So it's for international students. And this exact scholarship is available in in many universities. Yeah, yeah. Like for example, University of West London, they do have this scholarship, so you can explore it. So many universities have this same scholarship. You can explore it, for know when the deadline and everything for each university is, and write it down in your travel book, your relocation book or Japa book. Write it down there. So another thing I explained was that for 2024, if you want things to change for you and your family, you need to understand how immigration systems work and what are the changes. The latest change that they have announced for the latest changes that they have announced for Canadian student route is that you should have $20,635 Canadian dollars. So that it does not include your transport in as proof of fund though. So you have to prepare yourself for this. How am I going to get this money? What do I need to do? How is it worth it to study in Canada? What course am I going to study in Canada to ensure that I go through? That is one option. Another option is you can try America because they have sponsorship. And if you have scholarship, you won't have the problem of visa rejection if you have scholarship to go into the US. Now, for some other people, what they don't even need a skilled worker visa. What they need is global talent visa. And I've shared on my channel that is feasible. Unfortunately, the people that I know that have the global talent visa are not ready to come forward for me to interview them. But there are so many resources on YouTube. So many people who have gotten it have shared step by step. What you have to do is pick 5 of them on YouTube and watch them, listen to what they say, jot them down, and start gathering your documents and apply. Stop doubting yourself. Apply. You are worthy. God answers prayers when you have applied. Nobody's coming to your house to come and give you hey, you're amazing, without you writing down anything. No CV, no nothing. You've not submitted any application. Someone will just come to your house and knock on the door. Hello, I heard that you're amazing. Take this. Take this scholarship. We want you to come over. No. It's only those that put in the effort that get it. And if you want to change things, you have to do what is valuable to change things for you and your family. Nobody is going to come and help you get it done. So I just said, let me encourage you towards 2024 so that you can explore these opportunities. There's so many things I would like to share. Remember that the first thing you need to get is your COS. After your COS, you can now apply for visa when it comes to the UK. For Canada, the first thing you need to do is check your CRS, the tool, check your eligibility for express entry. I shared a video where I did that on YouTube. When you go on YouTube, just check the eligibility. When you have checked your eligibility, you can now, put yourself, apply to be on the pool for express entry. And they have draws every 2 weeks. So if your score is quite high, remember there's a score for BSc, there's a score for masters, there's a score for editing. If it's high, they can now invite you for express entry. Then you bring some of your documents. So you now submit your application for express entry. I hope 2024 would bring an amazing time. Like all your Japa dreams, all your relocation dreams, all your settlement dreams will come true. I wish you the best. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe, like, and share my videos, my YouTube videos with other people that benefit from it. God bless you. See you next year. Bye.